All right, so Gateway Lich. This is a rainbow Lich deck. Specifically, Lich's Mastery is the Lich card that we're referring to. That is focused around the Gates mechanic for Gates Ablaze and Guild Summit to stay alive. Having a 3-mana sweeper is kind of sweet. I'm interested to see how this feels. The conclusion at the end of last season was that the Lich deck in general was just this really kind of clunky and too cute thing. So I'm interested to see what this ends up feeling like. Artifact currently has 360 viewers. To be fair, that's probably more viewers than it has players. Probably more people in there are playing Artifact right now. So how do you win? That's a good question. So the Lich deck, for those that didn't see it last season, is a deck that eventually takes infinite turns via Mirari's Wake alongside Chance for Glory, and then eventually casts Mastermind's Insight to get a Banefire out of the sideboard to win. So let's see how this. I have low expectations going into this. That's the key to all things in life, Chat. If you set your expectations low, it's very easy to exceed them. I think we got right up around to where we were last week, which was we just broke a little over 10,000. So Lich is hexproof. The Lich enchantment cannot be targeted by things like Mortify. Oh, to rely on Mirari. That's true. That's true. That makes it more difficult. Wasn't thinking about it from that aspect. Usually when people are like pointing out shit, we're like, oh, they're just going to kill your Lich. It's like, well, that doesn't work that way. Yep, as always, if you have a question about the deck list that we're playing, you type !deck in chat, or click on the deck list widget on your stream. I think this deck was pretty bad last season. It could never beat tempo decks, and it could never beat control decks, and it could only sometimes beat green-black. And we're playing against green-black here, which was one of this deck's best matchups last season, so hopefully that's still the case now. Probably digging for Gates Ablaze with this discovery. Am I the most popular pure magic streamer on Twitch? No, that title definitely belongs to Noxious. His numbers are very, very good. I'm probably like top 5, maybe top 3. But Caleb and Noxious both have very good numbers. And Savich, when he's streaming, he has numbers that are much better than mine too. Although today, numbers are great. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Hope you're having a good time wherever you're at. So let's go ahead and... Do we want to be cheeky? Let's be cheeky. Let's play the Gruul Guildgate tapped. And then we can Growth Spiral, drop the Plaza, and then Revitalize. Hey, the Raven Sniper, thank you very much for the Prime support. Welcome, welcome. That's fair. Savitz is kind of a variety streamer. As much as I appreciate compliments, I'd like to set the bar to please don't say negative things about other people who create content on Twitch. There's no need to watch everything that gets created. If somebody's making stuff that's not for you, that's okay. Just don't watch it.
Meet my newest friend.
Yeah, Nelson's been doing good stuff for sure too. I was watching him a little bit last night. All right, so let's do this. Drop this. Trigger. Play Revitalize. This gets a sorcery back or an instant back to start. I guess I just go get Discovery. Nah, if this survives through, I'm gonna get the Growth Spiral. I might have played a couple of matches of Arena off stream. Yeah, Darby's also doing good stuff. A lot of the MPL folks that are doing Constructed have been good.
You can't.
They're not killing the Mirari. That's good for me. Really need to dig deep and find a Gates Ablaze this turn. Except for Todd Stevens. Feel free to dunk on people who are creeps. That one's fine. I'll put an asterisk in there. I'll give you that one. Hey, look, Gates Ablaze. Probably don't need that. If you don't know why I said that about Todd, I'd encourage you to educate yourself and Google his name.
Feel the wrath of Scala.
As someone who feels very strongly about not having needless negativity, that's a person who deserves it. Hey, thanks, kitten. I don't know if I deserve the good numbers, but it's nice to have them. It's a good time. Alright, so I have enough black to cast what's it called? I'm at 3. I can Revitalize to not die this turn, so I think I'm going to go ahead and Discovery. Probably are looking for Lich's Mastery and other Gates Ablaze. I don't think I'm in the market for that at this point. I'm going to take the Revitalize as a way to stay alive a little bit here. I'm going to go ahead and Growth Spiral. I agree. I think, while I am by no means the objectively best anything, I am very good at interacting with folks who watch, because I appreciate the folks who are here watching.
Balance comes.
Nope, I've pretty much always been on the Todd's a creep side, Zek. I know people close to the situation, I just didn't want my stream chat riddled with it because I thought the situation would sort itself out. But since Todd has had himself remained inserted into the community that I work in every day, I feel like it's worth mentioning what he did for people who are not familiar, because the Magic community's grown a significant amount recently with Magic Arena, so there are a lot of people here watching Magic content who have no idea what happened. Alright, so that's a Mastermind's acquisition. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab Gates Ablaze. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and grab Gates Ablaze and cast it. Just clear things out. Thanks, MC. Thanks for being here. I'm glad you enjoy it. So I get to go ahead and do this and clean the board up. The deck we're playing is basically a combo deck, so we're just like trying to stay alive for as long as possible till we can set up our combo turn. So getting our health total set up here is nice. We can Guild Summit to draw a bunch of cards next turn, hopefully.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
Yeah, the standard format's great. Standard format's great, viewer numbers are great, so I'm running long while the hype is high. So, sweet, that's perfect. That's exactly what we wanted for Christmas. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and then we get to play this and tap a bunch of these things. Vivian doesn't kill it. Hopefully, ideally, my opponent's not getting another turn, chat. So I played Chance for Glory, which means the next turn is my turn. And then I'm going to play Lich's Mastery so I don't lose. And now I have Gates Ablaze as well. So Lich's Mastery says I can't lose the game. So this says I can't lose the game. And now I can Gates Ablaze to kill their dork here, but I should play these gates out first in case I draw another Chance for Glory. I'm 1 mana short now, so let's do this. So get 2 more draws of Chance for Glory, 1 more draw. And this Gates engine is just so much more powerful than I was expecting it to be. So my opponent gets another turn here, but they can kill my Guild Summit, but I'm pretty well set up now because next turn, actually, drawing's not optional, right? If you would lose the game... Oh, you can't. I can draw my entire deck with this and not lose the game, right? That's how this works. I can't lose to decking. All right. So Archangel is actually going to draw my entire deck, which is just like the purest of fire. And when I draw my entire deck, we have one copy of the land that says we don't have to discard to hand size. This is excellent. We have a Tower of Power in our deck. Yeah, we do. All right, let's do this one, please. Don't mind me, trigger. Whee! All right, well, there's that one. All right, one Reliquary Tower, please. Well, that was, I don't know if this deck is good, but it's certainly hilarious, chat. It's certainly hilarious. Whee! All right, so this will go back and get Chance for Glory. They just assumed that while having our entire deck in our hand, we were gonna figure out a way to win the game. Probably a good assumption. Okay, mobile version when. So there actually isn't a sideboard in this deck, huh? I guess you could argue I could board in some of these cards because I can. Nah, I'm just gonna leave them in the sideboard to fetch with this. I kind of want like Cleansing Nova Star of Extinction. Yeah, like I don't know if this deck is good, but it's definitely funny. It's definitely funny. Maybe I just leave it. I might just leave it. May I call you Santa Claus? Because that was the best present I could ask for. And I love when we're playing a deck that's like full meme or partial meme, that when we get to pop off in the first game, you're just like, well, this is what we came here to do. At least the people that only watch the first 20 minutes of the video will be happy. What's the win condition after being indestructible? There's a Banefire in the sideboard. We did draw our entire deck. We did in fact just draw the entire deck. He normally only boards versus Control of Fear. Maddie Bamonte, you didn't have to do that, Maddie. Almost 2 years. You rock. We gonna get you set up real nice, Matt. Oh, he originally played in Best of One. That makes sense. I forget that he dips into Best of One. Where do I order my paper singles? CoolStuffInc.com. Use code Jeff5 there to save 5% on your orders. Hey, I need a name seriously with the brand new Prime support. I think you found one. Thanks for keeping me around. Welcome. Yeah, you better believe I use my own code when I order singles. Get all them free. If I'm not about value, am I even a Magic player? Am I even really a Magic player if I don't appreciate the value? Come on now. Yikes! That's a lot of chance for glory, chat. Take a chance on me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, looking for lands. Huge tracts of land. None of those are a red source. Oh, Gateway Plaza's a red source. Why wouldn't there be a Gateway Plaza in this deck? Because what's the only thing better than a tapped land? A super tapped land. This land's gonna tap you back into last week. Get it? Got it. Good. It does make this a 5-color land, doesn't it? That's sweet. Alright, so if I play this, Gates Ablaze is a board clear. They draw some cards, have some fun. Next turn I'll get to play Guild Summit and draw 2. Hopefully 3 if we draw another gate. Yeah, gates, 3 mana clear the board is really, really good. If you weren't here earlier today and you didn't catch the 4-color gates deck that top 32'd, there was a 4-color gates deck that top 32'd the Open this past weekend. We played it on stream. It was really awesome. Definitely going to be my deck of the day on my YouTube channel. All right. Ditch the extra chance for glory here. Don't need 3 of those in hand. I really hope we get Maze's End next 6. Honestly, after playing the Gates deck today, I'm kind of hoping maybe we don't, because like the Gates deck felt really strong without Maze's End. Matt, we played the Gates deck earlier today, and I kid you not, it felt like playing Tron. Hey, Zuchin. That draw all the cards animation is most excellent. Thank you for the 3-month resub. Welcome back. Can you explain that to those of us who haven't played Modern? So, basically, Tron in Modern is a deck that is incredibly good against fair mid-range and control decks, because once it gets going, the things it's putting into play are just much bigger and scarier than anything the control decks can put together.
Fight them, you maggots!
Wow, rude. Is there a basic land in this deck? I feel like there's gotta be. Please, please be a basic land in my deck. Please be a basic land. Yikes! Yikes! The greed machine. The greed machine, chat. The old double stone rain. Alright. Alright, that's Lich's mastery. Yeah, sure, right? Just gonna start taking turns. I can stack these, right? These stack like the other ones, pretty sure. Oh, I should hold Plaza to draw 3. Yeah, that's super correct. Yeah, I should definitely hold the Plaza to draw 3 cards. Alright, so do I want to get rid of these? That's awesome, tight. Not looking for either of those, right? I'm looking for cards that let me draw cards at this point, or gain life, because gaining life draws cards. So Revitalize here is going to let us draw 4 cards with Lich's Mastery out. And now I have another turn coming here because I played 2 Chance for Glories. Then I get to go ahead and play Conjecture, pick up Chance for Glory. Do I gamble and Revitalize first here? I probably am not supposed to. There's a good chance we just brick off and die, right? Because a lot of our lands are tapped. Do we guaranteed win now? I'm gonna grab Gates Ablaze just in case things go sideways. How do we win with Mastermind? What does Mastermind get that wins the game this turn? I only have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana, so I can't Mastermind, get Conjecture, and do the other thing. It's 10 mana to Mastermind Conjecture, and so that I don't have enough mana to do that. So I need to draw the Conjecture off of this. I think I just Gates Ablaze here. Growth Spiral doesn't give me an extra land. How do I draw my deck? I need to... The Vraska's gonna put me to 1, but I guess that doesn't matter because I'll have all my cards. Yeah, I just draw my deck at this point, right? Oh, Vraska alt triggers Mastery. Is that how that works? No, this is at the beginning of the end step, you lose the game. And I already played my land. All right, I messed this up. Let's try again. I'm pretty confident the Vraska alt counts as losing life. The big mistake I made there was I should have held the Plaza for after Lich's Mastery, because I missed drawing 3 cards when I did that, right? I should have kept it that way, basically. I should have held on to it till after Mastery. This is like not amazing, but fine. I can go Guildgate into Plaza, Gift of Paradise. It's a little awkward that I don't have blue or black mana at the moment, though. If they ult you at negative life, you draw cards. That's funny. Oh, no! We've been consumed by our greed, chat. We've been consumed by our greed. The old double Vindicate. Yikes. Where's a blue gate when you need one? Our arrogance will be our undoing. It really will, huh? Well, Rakdos Guildgate lets me cast Discovery here because it makes this make black mana. Well, those are both going bye-bye. Probably. There were a lot of things I did wrong that last game. We had a lot of good tools there, and I probably messed it up 4 or 5 different ways.
Meet my newest friend.
As long as we win, nothing else.
Chat. Magic is about playing a long game. There's more than just the actual combo. Like, I need to, like, actually survive to get to the combo, okay? So, like, y'all are, like, worried about this Reliquary Tower for, like, 80 turns from now. That's future Jeff's problem. Present Jeff is trying to figure out how to find stuff to do. I don't think you need all those cards in your hand to win the game at the end, right? It just makes it more convenient. I think we're dead to this too.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
Like this is gonna ult next turn and then kill us. Okie doke. probably could have found my way out of that second one with a little bit more time and slower play. It's tough to count all the little piles of lands. All the lands are like differently named in this deck. Which is tough. You're thinking of a different Vraska mage. The Vraska that they had in play just says, you get an emblem with your creatures, make your opponent lose the game. An Open is a 2-day tournament with 15 rounds of Swiss plus a top 8. A Classic is a 1-day tournament that has size based on attendance. So the Open tends to be a little bit more rigorous than something like the Classic. Everybody who's confused about the Revitalize play, I'd encourage you to read some Magic cards. I promise reading the card explains the card. Let me go ahead and bottom that for now. Looking for, I guess this is a blue source. I don't know exactly what we're looking for here. Probably a way to stay alive, like Gates Ablaze. My opponent correctly identified the one card in my hand that matters. I don't know. I don't think we can ever beat a control deck, but let's find out, I guess. I feel like any sort of meaningful interaction for us in the stack is just going to put us really far behind here. All the decks like this that are super obnoxious to play against are just like very, very mediocre against interaction. It's just the way the axes on which you interact with decks like this tend to not be cards that are good in main decks, which makes decks like this obnoxious in best of one. Yeah, we're halfway into the last deck, Chef Seth. This was, you know, I probably need to be smarter about the positioning of decks. This was probably a really terrible choice of a deck to put as my last deck of the day. That was probably a touch of a mistake. They don't necessarily play Discovery, do they? If they play Discovery, I should probably just move on with my life. A lot of these decks play Kaya's Wrath now. Yeah, I said that last time and then I didn't do it for this time. Yeah, see, I didn't think Control usually played Discovery. Let's spin both. Yeah, like, if their hand is a bunch of removal spells, we could actually end up being okay here. Pressing the Z key will undo a land that you've tapped for mana. I'm gonna hold on to this Revitalize, because if I play it after I Lich's Mastery, I get to draw 4 cards with it. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't prepared for that to resolve. Alright, so you're saying... So their hand must just be a bunch of removal spells, right? Their hand must just be a bunch of removal spells. I might not even bother. Maybe I should just play best of one. This deck probably can never... This deck probably never beats... This deck probably never beats them post sideboard. Alright, Archway Angel, gain, draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, draw 18 cards. This is, unfortunately, we're only drawing half our deck here. Whee! Was it good for you, Chad? It was good for me. It was good for me. I got there. Ah. All right, you can have a turn, but just this one, okay? This is the only. Don't get used to this, opponent. This is the only one you get, okay? Alright, so I need to go grab Nature Spiral out of my sideboard. Oh no! Wow, that's rude. Yeah, I'm kind of confused that they didn't do that on my time walk as well. So now I get to go back to my turn again. Alright, 2 extra turns here. Archway Angel draws the rest of my deck. There's 7 cards left. We're supposed to win at this point. I'm still working out the details. There's it's a little bit muddled in the middle. Alright, there's the Mastermind's acquisition. They're supposed to concede, Chad. I don't know how we actually win the game. Come on now. Alright, Nature Spiral plus Banefire, I believe. Alright, then it's my turn again. So Nature Spiral, pick back up the Mirari Conjecture. And then the Mirari Conjecture gets back an extra turn. Then we get another chance for glory. This hand, I'm playing a land mostly just to thin my hand size out here. Same thing with this. Let's just try to get some cards out of our hand. All right, and then it's my turn. All right, and then this gets back Nature Spiral. And then Nature Spiral gets back Mirari Conjecture. And then Mirari Conjecture gets back the take an extra turn card. And then we take an extra turn. And then we play Plaza. And then we play Growth Spiral. Alright, and then next turn our Banefire is gonna double up off the Mirari Conjecture popping off. We could sit here and just take unlimited extra turns if we really wanted, but we'll kill them next turn because we're a merciful god. This is MTG Arena's new single player mode. This is Arena's new single player mode. Alright. Oh, I can't do 23. I don't know, a lot. Alright, apparently 18. Look at that. Guessed exactly right. 18. Alright. 2 tries. Second try is the charm. There is a negate and a duress. I'm gonna cut these Gates Ablaze. There really aren't sideboard cards here for a matchup like this. I guess Immortal Sun is fine. You got me, Trey. Alright. If you too want to experience Magic the Gathering's new single player mode, the deck list is on your screen. MTG the Solitarying. Evan, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. And there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Welcome. Where is Circle Protection Red? Are we sure they're still there? That's asking the real questions, right? This hand's great. Growth Spiral into Circuitous Route. Sign me up. This deck really takes the Gathering out of Magic. It's funny because it's true. Well, the what's it called? Get back your Masterminds, the Mirari whatever's. Ooh, that's a tilt. Missed the old land drop there. Okay. Land. Give me a land. Ding ding ding. Ring a ding ding. Look at this incredibly castable Lich's Mastery. Green-white dual, green-white dual, green-white dual, blue-green dual, colorless land. We are well on our way to putting this card into play. Oh no! Oh no! Chat! Oh no! Remember when we said good decks that are well built can beat Unmoored Ego? That description didn't apply to this deck. Alright, let's play one more, shall we? God, those stupid sideboard cards. Why the sideboard cards have to be so mean? Why do the sideboard cards have to be so mean? Alright, let's play one more and I'm gonna call it a day. I've been going for about 10 hours here. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Remember, if you're new, especially if you stuck through from our front page tint this morning, thanks for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow morning. I start Magic Arena about 9:30 in the morning, 9:30. If you're interested in checking out some of Magic's older format, I start about 8 a.m. with a Modern League on Magic Online. If you'd like to see what Magic software looked like from 2 decades ago. We'll be back with more Standard on Arena tomorrow. Seems great. Let's do it. What time zone? I am Central Standard Cornfield time. Any sideboard changes you think would help? I think you should probably just play like the 4-color Gates deck from this morning, or like one of the Nexus decks. Or just play this in best of 1, probably. This is the style of meme that's like primed for best of 1. Hey Trey, thanks for the tip. Whoop. $1 donated for everyone I got to time out. God bless. Can I get a terrible, unsubstantiated hot take on standard based on STG? I'm going to have a full write-up on Cool Stuff Inc. on Wednesday talking about my takeaways from the event. But the TLDR is that it was awesome, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to playing this format more. The SCG makes me think that we're going to have plenty of variety here. If someone has main deck ego and best of one, they deserve to beat you. Just concede. Acquisition can still access your sideboard in best of one. Give me the hot take on the GP coverage drama. They cut video coverage a long time ago. Who cares about text coverage? I don't know. Like, people want to see standings. Can't they just go to, like, pairings.starcitygames.com to see the standings? You know why there's not coverage for limited Grand Prix? Because nobody wants to watch flipping limited. Paper Magic coverage is already incredibly difficult to parse, and like when you combine limited sucks with Paper Magic coverage also kind of sucks. It's just like difficult to really care. And don't get me wrong, I know there are dozens of you out there that enjoy watching limited, but you are not the norm, you are the exception, not the rule. All right, how many cards do I want to hear? Literally dozens of you, okay? I've met you before. All right, I think I just do this and then hope to draw another gate to put into play off the growth spiral. Well, that's a tilt. Yeah, the biggest problem is that the best things you can take away from watching limited, you don't get from watching limited coverage. Like, watching someone build their sealed pool or draft a deck and talk about how they're building the way they're building or why they're drafting the way they're building, that's awesome and that's good content, but like, you don't get that style of content watching someone draft or play sealed at a Grand Prix. You just don't. It's just not the content that you're getting from that. How does it? It's actually not a silly question. So this deck takes infinite turns by looping Chance for Glory, and then eventually casts, oh, I'm blanking on the stupid card's name. It gets a Banefire out of its sideboard with, Mastermind's acquisition and casts the large Banefire. Yeah, exactly. The MPL streamers, Newmont, Jim Davis, those folks do great limited content, but that kind of limited content is very different than the limited content that you get from a Grand Prix. Yeah, and like, you just like can't expect high-level players like playing in a tournament for money to like explain their choices while they're playing in a Grand Prix. That's true. Mastermind's acquisition is actually just lethal now, which is funny. Oh, we're one short, right? I only have, oh no, these boots were made for walking. That's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna do. Speaking of alting, Vivian's almost there. This is probably a take an extra turn, dig deep turn. I'm probably gonna use my root plus a growth spiral, or plus the Chance for Glory this turn. Fantastic. Hit the Lich's Mastery. Super greedy that they didn't just kill this. So let's grab a couple of gates here, which lets us draw some cards. Trigger this. The Guild Summit route curve is so good. We had that curve earlier today too, which was awesome. Did I already play a land for the turn? I haven't, right? This draws another card. So now I have an extra turn, and then I play my Lich's Mastery, and then I take an extra turn. To be fair, until SCG added their time-shifted feature matches this weekend, I really was kind of medium on their coverage, but time-shifted feature matches definitely pushes them up over the top again. So I can't actually play this turn because it'll have to get sacrificed. This draws 3 cards because it gains 3 life. Alright, and then I do this and draw 3 more cards. No, Plaza would be too good if it was also a gate, I think. Then we play this, and we get back our other thing, and we draw more cards. I'm really incredibly sad they didn't let us draw our entire deck. You know what? I know we don't usually play best of 1, but I'm done. I'm gonna end on a high note before they board in a bunch of cards that make us incredibly sad. This deck, the person who submitted this deck, apparently they didn't tell me that Allie built this for best of 1, so it doesn't have a sideboard that's constructed to pivot. So if you're gonna play a deck like this, let's talk about what you would need to do to play this deck in best of 3. So to play this deck in best of 3, you would need to look at the sideboard and cut a bunch of these cute one-ofs and like board in like Thief of Sanity, Carnage Tyrant, some other ways to actually win the game. So when you get Unmoored Egoed, you're not just like sitting there embarrassed. That's gonna be it for you for today, folks. I appreciate everybody hanging out through the end. Still had almost 3,000 people in here. I'll be back tomorrow morning about 9 a.m. with more standard on Arena Best of 3. You can see all the awesome decks that we're going to be playing tomorrow in the deck queue on my website. Remember, if you want to see more content from myself, actually everything I stream gets archived on my YouTube channel and posted on my website. So there's like 50 plus standard decks since RNA released up there with different videos. If you want to stay on Twitch, I'm going to go ahead and give someone a host now. I believe Day 9 was streaming, so feel free to hang out and enjoy him. Otherwise, be sure to check out my YouTube stuff.